Sometimes you leave a mark without even trying. Sometimes you aim high and set the bar so that others know where to reach. Through the sport they love, 4 remarkable individuals have set on a transformative path. And in doing so, are helping shape the future of hockey.
What made me really fall in love with ice hockey was, I guess, how complex but simple it was at the same time. Like, I liked all the different elements that went into the game: the skating, puck handling, shooting.
I don't know, like skating on ice is like, and you feel free, like, I don't know how to explain it to nobody else.
When you're like on the ice, you're kind of like floating in a way.
I love hockey. I don't think that I could like spend more than like 2 months. Like during quarantine, my mom had to order a net first month, so I don't think I can do anything without hockey.
Everything that kind of made it different, that was what really stuck out to me. It was just something new, something I'd never seen before. My parents at first, they weren't even the biggest fans of letting me try it out because they knew nothing about it either. To be honest, when I first started, I was completely not interested in ice hockey.
So he passed on it a couple times. He still would go in the rec, but he didn't really jump right into it. One of the coaches approached him and asked him about getting on the team. Then one day he just came home like that. I trial for the hockey team. I need this form filled out of it. And I asked him a couple questions about it, and he seemed like really gung-ho suddenly.
There was a coach at the time, Coach Chris Lawrence, and he really dedicated a day to convincing me to play ice hockey. I was a basketball person. Nobody I knew played ice hockey. I knew nothing about ice hockey. I was not for it at all. But then Coach Chris eventually convinced me to try on the skates, and I've basically been in love with the game ever since.
He just went all the way in. He's sitting at home taping his stick. He's putting all his stuff on. He's demonstrating different things. The knowledge I have of hockey now is all from him.
I was pretty bad as a little kid, and I just had something to get into. And my uncle told my mom about Snider hockey, and there was a rink in New Jersey.
Jaden has a twin brother who has a rare disease, so we were, at the hospital a lot, and a lot of our funds were, was going to medical costs. So I found out about Snider hockey. I took JJ over to the rink. Coach Gill was the rink coordinator, and he said, if he likes it, let's try on some skates. We'll put him on the ice with the kids and see how he does. And they put the skates on Jay, and he like skated right over to the kids. And I mean, this is like the second time he's ever had on ice skates.
I just wanted to be like the older kids and play with them. And I saw how they got good, and I wanted to play in the DVHL, go travel. And my first thing, I just started to set goals for myself, and I saw kids go to Minnesota. I just wanted to do that too. And I just wanted to be like the older kids.
The biggest advocates for our programs are the kids and families in our programs. Nothing means more than one of their classmates, one of their friends, one of their peers vouching for us.
Snider actually came to my school, and some of my friends actually were in the program already, and they asked me if I wanted to play. I wasn't really into hockey. I haven't heard about it too much, but it sounded like they had fun in it.
I used to ice skate at Laura Sims Skate House. I used to see like a lot of the kids like get on the ice and play and stuff. And my mom told me like maybe I should try it.
I think when she get in the ice, like it's like she's a different person. Like it's opened her eyes in so many ways. She was shy in the beginning, and now it's like it changed her in so many ways. School, education.
I stopped doing ice skating. It was like really like light, I don't know. I like more like aggressive sports. So I started playing ice hockey. I could like let out like anything like from the day. It was like an outlet.
I still continue to love the sport. It helps me out a lot. I feel a lot less stressful. I feel a little bit more free when I'm on the ice as well, since there's nothing holding me back.
If there's something going on outside of hockey, you kind of like use your pain or any type of emotion to like release it on the ice, happy, sad, angry. maybe, I don't know, anything. Like, you can just use hockey as like kind of therapy for life.
Sharing their passion and allowing others to envision what it would look like to take the ice. The value of representation cannot be overstated.
For me, it's a big piece for me to influence somebody to step into a sport that is predominantly white as a person of color, because to me it reflected a lot of what my life has seen in different arenas. So when I went to college, it was predominantly white. When I went to work, it was predominantly white. So for me to learn that there are differences in the experience and that there are differences in how you carry yourself and how you are perceived, making sure that you are putting your best foot forward, to talk to people and to mentor people to go into those arenas, that's a big piece for me, because it's something that is, whether you like it or not, plays a big part.
On the street we live on, like all the kids, like even now, he's an adult now, so he come visit his parents, but even he comes to the block, kids come running out with hockey sticks trying to play street hockey. Guys here, look what I can do, look what I learned. Even the ones that's getting a little older, he educates them on steps to take. They'll help you with this, they'll help you get into this college. Oh, you don't understand, they have tutoring, or they have a counselor you could talk to. He'll try his best to do whatever he can to let people see what he's seen and what he learned and gained and how much it helped them. He loves to share that with the youth.
I do find value in helping other kids because it'll motivate more kids to do like better and positive things. So like doing hockey is like I said, it was an outlet. So when you get on ice, you're away from like trouble and stuff. You're just building relationships with people and having fun. So I think it is important.
There is other kids that like in the family that she talk to them and they play hockey. They're looking up to Amela.
Yeah, it means a lot actually. I feel like now I could kind of like give back to the program in general.
I also tried to like help little kids during hockey camp. Like I'll talk to them if they're like having like a rough day. Like I'll try to talk them through it, see what was going on, how they were feeling.
Snider gave us so many opportunities. I feel like a lot of people deserve access to stuff like that. Since they helped me so much, I would like to help other people, especially people that look like me or they might be going through the same stuff that I did when I was in elementary school or high school.
When JJ started to try out for the USA hockey programs in the Atlantic District, that's a whole another level of rules, expectations, and he is the only Black kid most of the time in his age group, so it's kind of like more pressure. People are really watching you, and every step of the way, they told Jay, you go out, you have fun. All you worry about is making the team. You go out, do your best, leave it on the ice, and we'll take care of the rest. Well, Jaden didn't understand what the rest meant. To me, as an African-American woman, the rest meant that there are going to be some barriers that we never imagined that we would encounter in a predominantly white sport.
Overtly, hopefully overtly, there's no big problem with color, but you know, sometimes you do run into that, and sometimes it's very subtle, and sometimes you don't even pick up on it.
It's emotional, it's stressful, and yes, sometimes it's not fair. It's not your imagination, and the best thing you can do is to go out and put your heart on the ice, and once you do your thing, nobody can take that away from you. And if you still have to sit it out, that's on the coaching staff. That's not on you, because everybody saw that you gave it your all.
A lot of the things I learned, a lot of things that I've seen, a lot of things that I've experienced kind of built me up into think that in those situations that color plays a part, or being a student of color going into a predominantly white sport, there are outlets for support in those moments as well. Like there were definitely times where I experienced something that I wasn't favorable, and I was able to go to coaches in Snider hockey, and they were able to talk about it and be like, that was wrong. And also, like, we have each other. Like, you know, a lot of us have each other. So sometimes we go out to the ice rink, and sometimes from the stands, you can hear like parents saying certain things, and we go back into the locker room, we just kind of like, they're just upset that like people that they aren't used to seeing, we're pretty good. So
the path may not be direct, But the future of hockey and the people who play it is guided in part by the hands of these 4 Snider hockey alum.
Snider, or just hockey in general, the skills taught me how to kind of think a little quicker on my feet. Since, hockey, once that puck comes towards you, you got like less than a second to think what you're going to do about it. But yeah, that helped me out a lot mentally.
He really cares about what he does, and he really cares about his education. He is a great scholar. He definitely puts in the time studying. He's a goals and assists scholar and a game ready scholar, which basically means that through his dedication and his hard work, he has a full ride to Elizabethtown through Snider hockey. He gives back to Snider, so.
I coached over a summer. This was a lot of fun. It's nice to feel yourself inside like the coach shoes from being a player. Us being a generation of going from players to becoming a coach is a really interesting experience because you're able to relate to the players a lot more than a regular coach might, since you've basically been done before.
We're all so proud, everyone on staff, of every single accomplishment a kid has in our program. Whether it's simply graduating high school, going on to college, going on to trade school, anything in life. And to see kids that were so shy and so timid when they first got on the ice step into leadership roles in life and have accomplishments that are just absolutely amazing, and to see them come back and give back with that same intensity and that passion is just amazing, and we're all so proud.
I'm very proud of her. She's a blessing. She's doing good in school. She made honor roll all during high school. That's her last year. I am proud of her in every aspect.
I plan to go to college for 4 years. I wanna become a physical therapist.
Jaden often talks about, like, Mom, I'm gonna be a billionaire. And I'm like, well, what are you gonna do? He's like, hockey.
I just see everyone as like a team. Everybody has to do their part to be successful.
I'm amazed. He's a sweetheart. He don't like me to say it, but Jay is a sweetheart, even though he tries to be tough. I'm very proud of JJ.
I can't imagine the answer is no, but are you proud of him?
Oh, extremely. I mean, graduated from college, working on going back for a law degree. It's almost hard to put into words. Like he done more than my wildest expectations, and still going. he's still going. All while still playing hockey when he can.
For me to be in this position, it's probably one of the best things, one of the best feelings. Like, this is a program that given me so much. I drove up from Baltimore just to be here, just to say these things, just to be in front of you and answer these questions. Because like, this is kind of what Snider is about, and it's what I want to be about. I want to always just make sure I'm giving back. And when it comes to impact, when I'm on social media, when I'm conducting myself, I think about it like, some people may be watching. And the other day, that thought actually was confirmed. I posted something about something I was working on, and one of the Snider hockey students who recently graduated reached out to me and was like, "You're an inspiration to us all. Like, we're watching you, we're rooting for you." And like, it's so crazy to see all the things that you were able to do. And not too long ago, we were in the same summer camps, skating on the same ice and living in the same neighborhood. That type of thinking, strong thinking, belief in yourself, belief in your abilities, that type of thinking is definitely something I try to pass on down to my siblings, to my peers, and to students that are still in the program. Because at the end of the day, anybody can inspire you, anybody can motivate you, but when it comes to doing the work, it's on you. Like when you're in that classroom, it's on you. And when you're studying at home or in the library or wherever you study, it's on you. Those are the moments where you need to perform, so that when you do need to call on that knowledge or call on that athleticism in overtime, you got it because you did that work. And there's people that come to my mind right now who I look up to as role models. And I look at them and I'm like, I've never seen them not do something they said. And that type of mentality will get you very, very far.